Hey guys, I'm Allison Mance and this is Brooklyn Cooking, a place where Brooklyn locals share their home cooking creations. Today we're going to do chicken with spinach, cheese, and homemade tomato sauce. So today we got all of these ingredients from Choice Green. Choice Green is a gourmet food market located right here in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn that specializes in fresh, seasonal, and local items. And they've got everything from cheese and charcuterie to produce and fresh juices. And I love that I can just go right down the street and get everything I need for one meal in one place. So for this dish, we're gonna need 1 can of whole peeled tomatoes, 4 packed cups of baby spinach, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1 shallot minced, 2 garlic cloves roughly chopped, a ½ cup of shaved cheese, 1½ teaspoons of thyme, a pinch of red pepper, 5 basil leaves, 1 yellow onion roughly chopped, 2 thinly sliced chicken breasts, salt, pepper, and olive oil. All right, so let's start with our tomato sauce. So we're gonna set our skillet to medium heat, drizzle in a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and then once that heats up, we're gonna add our onions and our garlic. And a good pinch of salt and pepper, just to let those onions sweat out a little bit. Now you don't want these onions to brown, you just want them to get in there and sweat and get nice and fragrant, and that's when we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. Okay, these are looking great. So we're gonna put in a pinch of red pepper flakes, add our thyme, tear up our basil leaves, and we're gonna add our tomatoes. Now be careful because these tomatoes are whole, so you don't want them to plop on you. Add another helping of salt and pepper. And then you just wanna crush them up a little bit with the back of your spoon if you can. Be careful because sometimes they burst. And once it comes to a boil, we're gonna let it simmer for about 30 minutes until the sauce is thickened up, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend it. Our tomato sauce is almost done, so I've moved it over to another burner and we're gonna get started on our spinach. So you just wanna take a big skillet, whatever skillet you're gonna use for your chicken, and just set it to medium-high heat. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and then once that heats up, we're gonna add our garlic and our minced shallot. So we're gonna hit that with a little salt and pepper. So because the shallot and garlic are minced, they tend to burn really quickly. So really keep an eye on it to make sure that they don't get too brown. So these are just about ready, so we're gonna throw in our spinach. Now remember that spinach really reduces in size. It's really going to be cut down to about 1/8 of this size. And this is going on top of our chicken, so it's okay if it cools down a little bit while you work on everything else. All right, so now that our tomato sauce is done, we're gonna smooth it out a little bit. So first you wanna take your top off of your blender because the sauce is still really hot. So you need something to let the steam escape. So we're gonna use a towel instead of the normal cover over the hole. So just pour everything into your bowl. Now that we've got our delicious tomato sauce, we're ready to get started on our chicken. So first you wanna salt and pepper both sides of the chicken really liberally. So now we're gonna turn our pan on, medium-high heat, good, healthy spattering of olive oil. So this is one of my favorite meals to make. This is actually adapted from my mom, who adapted it from a favorite restaurant that we had in my hometown that closed like years ago. And she normally does it with raw spinach and brie. So we're just switching it up a little bit this time. And for the cheese, we're actually using lamb chopper sheep's milk cheese that we got from Choice Green. Lamb chopper is awesome. It's like nice, firm, salty sheep's milk cheese, so it really complements the chicken well. All right, so now that the pan is nice and hot and the oil's nice and hot, we're gonna add our chicken. We're gonna give both of these 2 to 3 minutes on the first side until it's nice and brown, and then we're gonna flip it over and turn the heat to super low. And this is where you have to work really quickly because you don't want the chicken to overcook and get really dry. Top it with your spinach. And throw on your cheese. Then we're gonna ladle about a cup and a half of the tomato sauce all around the chicken. Then cover it up and let that cheese melt. And this should only take you about 2 to 3 minutes. Take off the cover. Oh, look at that. Let's get some of that tomato sauce out first. Just want to spread that out. We're just going to scoop up our chicken. I like to finish mine off with garlic chips or parsley. We have a little bit of basil, so you can throw a little bit of basil on top of there. And we are ready to eat. This looks and smells so amazing. I cannot wait to dig into it. But before I do, I just want to give a special thanks to Choice Green Gourmet Market in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn for these amazing ingredients. All right, let's give it a try. That is even more perfect than I thought it would be. For this recipe and more, check out brooklyn-cooking.com. See you guys later.